Okay, good evening everyone and welcome. We're just going to relax onto this Sri Hanuman Chalisa whilst the Amrit has been poured onto Shrimati's hand, so you can just relax, open up and enjoy.
Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Mano Mukar Sudhari Varna Raghuvar Bhimal Jasu Jodaya Krupal Chari Buddhi तनु जानते सुमिरन पावन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहु में करहु विकार श्री गुरु चरण सरोज राज निज मन रघुवर बिमल जसु जो दयालु फलचारि बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरन पावन कुमार बल बुद्धि पुत्र पवन सुत नाम महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमति निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुवेश कानन कुंडल कुंचित केश हाथ वृषोत मज विराज कांधे मूज जनेऊ साज शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करने को आतुर प्रभु चरित्र सुनने को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सिंह दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहार रामचंद्र के काज सवार लाए संजीवन लखन जिलाए श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए रघुपति कीनी बहुत बड़ाई तुम हम प्रिय भरत सम भाई सहस बदन तुम रस जस गावे हस कहि श्रीपति कंठ लगावे संदिग्ध भ्रमादि मुनिषा नरद सरद सहित अहिंसा जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश लोक उजागर जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश लोक उजागर जम कुबेर दिगपाल जहान कभी कभी कहीं सकन कहाते तुम उपकार सुग्रीवन कीना राम मिलाए राजपद दीना तुमरो मंत्र विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना जुग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल जानू प्रभु मुद्रिका मिलि मुख माहि जलधि लांग गए अचरज नाही दुर्गम काज जगत के जेत सुगम अनुग्रह तुमरे देत राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लई तुम्हारी शरणा तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना सब सुख लहे तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना। आपन तेज समारो आपे, तीनों लोक हांकते कापे। भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब नाम सुनावे। नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा। संकट ते हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे। सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, इनके काज सकल तुम साजा। और मनोरथ को कोई लावे, तासु अमित जीवन फल पावे। चरणों युग प्रताप तुम्हारा, है प्रसिद्ध जगत उजियारा। साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे। आशा श्री नवनिधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता। राम रसायन तुमरे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा। तुमरे भजन राम को भावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे। अंत काल रघुबरपुर जाए, जहाँ जन्म हरि भक्त कहाई। और देवता चित न दइए, हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख करिए। संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमरे हनुमत बलबीरा। जय 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 हनुमान गुसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की न्याय। जो सत बार पाठ कर कोई, छूटे बंद महासुख होई। जो ये पढ़े हनुमान चालीसा, होए सिद्धि साखी गौरीसा। तुलसीदास सदा हरि चेरा, कीजय नाथ हृदय में डेरा। पवन तने संकट हरन, मंगल मूर्ति रूप। राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय बसु सुरभूप।
I know this is a lovely song, but we were just going to listen to Sri Hanumana Chalisa. So good evening everyone, and welcome to this UK evening meditation, and also may be known as UK OM program, maybe, but the UK evening meditation. So welcome. Tonight the theme of is Sri Guru, is going to be the Guru. And the reason why I played Sri Hanuman, I know there are more professional adaptation of Sri Hanumana Chalisa, but when Mother is in the video in that such ways, you know, it's always a nice boost. And especially when it's live. So, and the reason is because tonight we're going to read a little bit on Sri Ramdas, which is Shivaji's guru. You know, Shivaji Maharaj, I'm not sure what century it was, whether it was the 12th, 14th or whatever century in Maharashtra or around there. But as we know, Sri Ramdas was Sri Hanuman, as we know through Shrimataji. And so, anyway, a few months ago, I don't know what reason, but I decided to go and just find some writings, and I came up to some writings of, and through reading these what seems like just couplets, really. So powerful, but also, you know, showed me that it's definitely, there's Sri Hanuman behind the scenes. That's what I felt when I read these poems. So the theme is the Guru, of course, and towards the Sri Ramdas aspect of obviously Sri Hanuman. So so here we are, and it's a lovely photo here we can just focus on for a moment. Give ourselves a moment or two. We can do our namaskars if we haven't. The other thing, of course, is raising your kundalini. You put yourself in a bandhan, or vice versa. There, and that photograph here is found in Divine Cool Breeze. We don't know the year or where it was taken, but that's the photograph. So I'm going to open a session up with the 12 names of Lord Ganesha. So, and it says in English, the one who says or even listens to these 12 names at the beginning of learning, marriage, entrance or exit, in battle or at times of difficulty, faces no hurdles. So the short mantra we're going to take, Sri Samukha, Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Samukha Namo Namaha. Shri Ekadanta, Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ekadanta Namo Namaha. Shri Kapila, Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kapila Namo Namaha. Shri Gajakanaka, Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Gajakanaka Namo Namaha. Shri Lambodara, Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Lambodara Namo Namaha. Shri Vikata, Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vikata Namo Namaha. Shri Vignanasha, Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Vignanasha Namo Namaha. Shri Ganadipa, Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganadipa Namo Namaha. Shri Dhumraketu, Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Dhumraketu Namo Namaha. Shri Ganadyaksha, Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganadyaksha Namo Namaha. Shri Balachandra, Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Balachandra Namo Namaha. Shri Gajanana, Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Gajanana Namo Namaha. And then Shri Ganesha mantra 3 times. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Twameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. So we're going to reduce Mother's photo, hopefully bring it here. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Manocha Shloka by Sri Samartha Ramdas. So we start, the first one of course is always dedicated to Lord Ganesha. So just a few, just so you get a hint of the personality that put these words together. So to open up with Ganesha, that is Ganesha, the Lord of all virtue, in whom takes origin the transcendent truth, and Shraddha, mother of speech, to them we bow in reverence, to begin the endless way of Rama. So I just run through, and here's one. O my mind, move away from sinful intent. O my mind, truth-inspired motives do cherish in your heart. O my mind, dwell not on ideas of indulgence. Know for sure there's ill effect will in people, disgust produce. I'll have to get my probably a glass of water would have been better, or just take a breath. And a lot of them are reflected a lot of on the mind, you know, watching your attention, I guess, you know, and that's where we know how Sri Hanuman works, a lot of the mind. So, O my mind, harbour no anger, grief is its product. O my mind, have no lustful desires, root of sickness galore. O my mind, shelter you never, overwhelming jealousy or hypocrisy, O my mind. And that's the other thing as well on these. It's great to pause in between different poems or shlokas. I think they're more called shlokas, these verses. So, because I found them incredibly deep in unwinding the little knots that we have within not just the attention but also within our being. And there, if you're reading it or not, O dear mind, shelter no grief in your heart. O dear mind, no sadness nor worry, bondage of the body with discrimination abandon, thus in delight to freedom hearken. So sometimes we have to do this, especially as foreigners who may not have some of this old English, and you read hearken, just pay attention or listen. So listen intently. So again, I just found it so beautiful, and I thought, well, I've never really had this brought to the forefront, and I thought that's a thing to do, to bring it to the forefront. This amazing incarnation that has put, and so, you know, just delightful words in just such small, I would say almost couplets, you know, in just a few lines, saying so much. So again, this one, oh dear mind, know you are not ravenous fate, lost all his kingdom, least did he expect. Speedily, therefore, vile desires slay, death does stalk you with not a moment's delay. I'm sure somebody could do them a lot more justice in the way things could be read. I hope you are reading, but true this mortal world does appear, O mind. With every breath, each one says, I am mine. Deathless, they all think themselves to be, only to disappear hastily, with no trace behind. So, yeah, get sucked into the falsehood of everyday media. Go on, I'll give you a moment on this and then I'll read it. So vain is the worry one carries in the mind. Unexpected, the inevitable comes to pass. Inevitable comes to pass. All experiences is shaped by actions past. Misery, the lot for the dim of wit, disjointed from the truth of mind. Now you'll have to read this yourself because I made a little bit, I will say, you know, an error here. But it's so much true with it, you know. Hey, every day we go on worrying, and then you find it's just the delusion. But before that, the misery, the lot for the dim of wit. So you get sucked into that misery. Okay, so we'll take one more of Sri Ram Das's poems, and then what we'll do, we'll play a talk of strategy in one of the talks in England as a guru aspect. So, and on the last one, O dear mind, give up never the eternal truth. O dear mind, cling to never the eternal falsehood. Truth alone speak, with truthful speech, O mind. Untruth hold never, falsehood ever adjure, O mind. So anyway, how I found him, I just really just put Sri Ramdas, and I don't know what else I put there, but didn't know much on monetary slokas or anything. I just put, and I think I put Shivaji's Guru because I didn't want the internet to flood me with all sorts of stuff. So, and that's the first thing that came up, and I was just flabbergasted at it. So, so we're going to play this talk, the Guru Puja, the promise you have to make me, in London, and it's just very nice, sweet talk to the obviously the very old yogis around. I suppose Mother tried to galvanize us all and ensure that we move in a cohesive way. So, okay, so Jai Shri Mataji, and we'll have some old bhajans or watching Mother, and there's an arti which I've never heard of as well, so at the end, so play something afterwards, and maybe another poem. I'm not sure yet. I'm not great at reading these epic things. I think you need a bit more practice. Right, Jai Shri Mataji, and just relax and enjoy. I'm going to put the photograph up. I think the sound will get better.
What is your guru? That is your mother. And as I told you, it's a very unique happening that mother herself has to become your guru. And also you know that it is a very difficult task for a mother to be a guru. Because her love is so overflowing that it is difficult for her to give any discipline to her children. She cannot discipline her own love. How can she discipline her own children? Being that, the responsibility on the disciples is much greater. If the guru is a person who can discipline you without feeling anything hurting to him, he is much more capable and he can do it. But for a mother, it is a very, very, very difficult. Very difficult job. She does not know how to buy. And she is extremely confused because she cannot. While the Guru from the very beginning does not forget. But mother till the end, she will go to the last end. Even if the child has forsaken her, even if he has beaten her out, even if he is willing to kill her, still she will be saying that I can't. Are you not? Then the responsibility of the disciples is much more that they do not hurt. And they do not take my love for granted, for they must know that they have to prove them. And they have to improve them. That is why this thing is a very unique combination of tremendous love, overflowing in, and also the thought, I would say the divine inspiration, that tells you that you have to be disciplined, not that, but has to be, because if a ship is not properly tied up, or it is not seaworthy, it cannot go very far. If you want to enjoy the ride in the ocean of His grace and compassion, His bliss and trust, then you must build up yourself fully. Now we have seen, and we can excite them, we can awaken them by awakening. But it is not a mechanical process. Every deity has got a subtle point behind it, which is a very subtle being within you. You know them one by one. And you know why these chakras are catching, because you lack that. There's nothing to feel bad about. As I told you, this is like your motor car outside. This is your instrument, but the instrument has to be properly harmonized. Today I want certain promises by you. And the foremost of all, as Christ has said, love thy neighbor as thyself. I would say, one step ahead of that, love thy neighbor, Sahajogi, more than yourself. Let us start. I don't ask you to do for the whole year. Among us. First of all, decide what have you done for us. Second, promise you to make that you will never say a harsh word to any other person, even if he beats you hard. You can tell me that. That is the greatest thing you will become incomplete. Don't try to correct us. If he asks you to check me, then tell that to him. But do not be harsh. Use your tongue for saying something. I am telling you again and again and again. Otherwise, I will put some sort of a restriction on you. Try to control your tongue. Very easy. Put sweet. You are so good. Very easy to put it. It's such an attraction. Why do you say harsh? For what? To create enemies? You want to have enemies, you can have enemies. For that you need not say harsh. Very easy to gather enemies. Difficult to get. And difficult to get your own kick and kill. The Sahajogi, you have one mother. And that hurts you the most. Anything that tries to bless you will take out my heart into many parts. And this body will become divided into many. So don't do that to me. This is the greatest suffering I can have from you. I request you not to do that, because I have taken you into my being and you are part and parcel. You are one of the 1,000 petals of my sister. And I don't want these petals to be broken by you and to be trampled by. You have your own dignity and respect the dignity. And you are Sahajogi, realize, must know. You are not ordinary. As you respect yourself, you respect others. This is one thing that among yourself you should be very humble and very friendly and extremely. Also, when you start doing that, gradually you will learn a method by which you will be very. It is better to be than to be harsh. It is better to be beaten up than to be beating others. It is better to be simple and deceived than to be deceived. We are like the shield, and the shield has to fight the sword. Sword doesn't fight the sword. The shield does. This is, you must understand that for anything, no harsh word is to be keep quiet. Just keep right, keep control your. That is one thing. That there should be no disunity because you are collectively conscious among yourselves. If there is disunity among you, you cannot be one. And how can you think of the whole world? Just think. And your responsibility is much greater because you are the first people who have got it in the whole of Europe and the whole of India. Think of the good points that you have. Try to love. If I were like you, I am complete, I have no problem. Why am I for you? Because I am that. If you love each other, you will see the good points of others, and you will invite. Try to love it. But do not confuse this love with the carnal love. It is divine love, absolutely pure, elevating, helping you to assess. Tonight, we promise you that you will look at every Sahajogi as a person in bondage in love and not in hatred. And if somebody you think is not going right or going bad, then you cure that person sitting in your house. You know how to do it. But don't do that. By talking in, you are not going to do anything to him. You use your method to change. Very well. This is one point. And that will give you the greatest thing. The greatest of all. When I will see all my children loving each other, being kind to each other, running to do for everything, trying to help each other, and extremely humble. Some of you are better off, some of you are more intelligent, some of you have got more heart. Don't try to show down somebody who lacks little bit in intelligence or somebody who has little less of love. Maybe that person wants more love. But try to give than to expect others to give. Then the second one I want you, all of you, today to know that you are the people who have to build up Sahaja Yoga in this country and also in other countries wherever. So you are like seed, and a seed which has to grow the whole tree. You have to bear all other trees. So how important? So today you have to resolve that in your personal life you are going to do. You are going to watch yourself. You are going to introspect yourself. You are not going to tell lies. And you are going to look after your chest. Look after your life as a very precious. And you are not going to cheat yourself. And you are not going to debase yourself. And you are not going to humiliate yourself in your own eyes. But develop those eyes which criticize all these things and can see yourself. Today, you must promise me that you will meditate, to introspect, then getting into yourself. Thirdly, you will not criticize thirdly. That is God's own matter. At any cost. If you do not understand a part of Sahaja, you can come and ask, but don't criticize. This is you must stop. So far, whatever has been happened has happened. But don't criticize his ways now anymore. Because now you are put into a higher position today. No more it is your opportunity at any point at any time. Because then you will be satisfied. If you don't understand, and now you know you are the people. God has sent only those who really know that Sahaja Yoga is the only way. It is revealed to you only very few people that this is the truth. And this is going to save the whole humanity and all the people. And God can be only understood this way. Nobody is going to decry Sahaja Yoga. Nor anybody is going to say that I am the Sahaja Yoga. Anybody who thinks like that has been always, so far we have seen in our practices in Sahaja Yoga for the last so many years. But anyone who takes upon to themselves that I am the Sahaja Yoga has had the worst possible fall from it. Don't. We are a part and part of that harmonizing is one. So nobody should criticize Sahaja Yoga. Nobody should take chances with Sahaja. And so you have to be obedient. I have been telling you in a different way, in every way, that you should understand. Now, because today you have done this puja, I want to tell you that on your own, on your free will, with your own understanding, you have to be obedient. This is your own decision. I cannot force obedience on you, but you must understand it is for you. Because every minute I can see your future, I can see your past, I can see your ascent, I can see everything. If I say anything at that moment, may appear little unreasonable, but just obey. I am not asking too much, as other gurus. You don't know other gurus, what do? They will hang the disciple in the well, halfway down. He is just there from his waist. You see, they will be hanging a rope. They take 7 parikshas like this horrible one. They will throw him into some place. 7 like this. There are altogether 108 parikshas. And then they say, come along. Then they will start asking. I am not taking your test, but obedience is very necessary. Because I know everything. I can't help it. You cannot have another opinion about myself because I know. And if I say something, I would not say normally. I will not hurt you, know that. I hate you. After any hurt I cause you, I can leave the class. But I have to, because you are my dearest. And you are my niece. And you have to do the most important thing. To be fair. Whatever I have to do for today, for this day, and today is something I will do. These are the things you must do. I haven't asked for much, but they are very difficult. They are difficult. So, look after yourself. Try to be good surgeons. Speak to each other. Kind to each other. Don't deceive yourself. Look after your vibration. And everything will be good.
We just meditate for a while. just put a sloka here and there. If you want to, you can meditate or you can have a read. So we will just flick to another poem. Before we put Mother on again. So, as I said, just found them with a search on the internet. Okay. So, now, Bajan's An Evening of Wedding. Now, I was searching for the word Ramdas on Mother's Talks, and this talk came up, but it's not a talk, it's wedding and some songs. It's Sajogis together singing praises at the same time. Some of those poems that Ramdas had written, they were also sung in front of Shamathji, and it's very difficult to understand because it is all Marathi and some Hindi as well, which they get spoken. Of course, Shamathji speaks partly English in these in this talk. So as you can see, Monocha Shloka, or the Hymn of the Mind, by Saint Ramdas Swami, are usually as part of the daily school prayers and typically recited at the conclusion of an arti in Maharashtra. And that's what Shamathji says. And of course, some of the yogis read out some of the shlokas to Shamathji, and Shamathji makes comments here and there. Like this one, this is the advice to yourself. He's saying that, oh my mind, always go after the people who are righteous. Go after the people who are righteous. And always make good dedications and good declarations. What is the word for sankalpa? Resolutions. So, yeah. So in here, in this talk, especially I guess if you're a Marathi speaking or maybe Hindi speaking, you might understand much more in this whole program. But Mother speaks every now and then in English. I'm going to take it from here, and I'm going to leave you in meditation, and then bid you good night after the program. संतांची या माथा चरणावरी श्री संतांची या माथा चरणावरी श्री संतांची या माथा चरणावरी श्री संतांची या माथा चरणावरी चांगले करी दंडवत चांगले करी दंडवत श्री संतांच्या माथा चरणावरी श्री संतांच्या माथा चरणावरी
Praising you, the saints, he says that let my on the feet of the saints and let me do them in Sashtang Namaskara. I'm saying that now, supposing. So all of you say. Maharaj.
क्रांती पावलो सांभाळाव तरी क्रांती पावलो सांभाळाव तरी वाढले अंतरी प्रेम सुख वाढले अंतरी प्रेम सुख श्री संतांच्या माथा चरणावरी श्री संतांच्या माथा चरणावरी श्री संतांच्या माथा चरणावरी कमळे माग नघडता देवा कमळे माग नघडता देवा पूर्व पुण्य ठेवा ओढवला पूर्व पुण्य ठेवा ओढवला पूर्व पुण्य ठेवा ओढवला पूर्व पुण्य ठेवा ओढवला श्री संतांच्या माथा चरणावरी श्री संतांच्या माथा चरणावरी श्री संतांच्या माथा This is the last, the arti is over now, and then we all go. Journey,
This was a nice song for me because it is the praise of the saints. So it is said that let my head be bowed to the saint. So this is what it is. I feel the same way about you all. May God bless.
आरती निर्मल माता जय लीला में माता आरती निर्मल माता जय लीला में माता आरती निर्मल माता चरणी देवी रानी माता आरती निर्मल माता आदिशक्ती कुंडलिनी साऱ्या विश्वाची जननी निर्मल गुण तू आता आरती निर्मल माता चरणी देवी रामी माता आरती निर्मल माता विष्णु तुझे ध्यानी ऋषी मुनी देवयानी राविले शिवेर सर्वा दर्शन दिले सहसा आरती निर्मल माता चरणी देवी रामी माता आरती निर्मल माता भैरवादी हनुमंत येशु गणेश रे नाथ भोवताली तुझ्या माते रंगले गुण गाता आरती निर्मल माता चरणी देवी रामी माता आरती निर्मल माता हे जगन्नाथे महालक्ष्मी विद्याते त्रिगुण हे एक झाले रूप निर्मल हे एका आरती निर्मल माता चरणी देवी रामी माता आरती निर्मल माता जागृत ही कुंडलिनी सहस्रयोगिनी आनंद स्वरूपाचा कृपा तुझी माते होता आरती निर्मल माता चरणी देवी रामी माता आरती निर्मल माता कारण हे अवतारा भक्त जन हे ताराया सहज योग झाला पार करी तू अनाथा आरती निर्मल माता चरणी देवी रामी माता आरती निर्मल माता तुझे नाम चित्ती अखंडित प्रेम अनंत हे जीव पाई दूर करू नको आता आरती निर्मल माता चरणी देवी रामी माता आरती निर्मल माता चरणी देवी रामी माता आरती निर्मल माता चरणी देवी रामी माता आरती निर्मल माता साक्षात् श्री महालक्ष्मी सरस्वती महाकाली त्रिगुणात्मिका कुंडली साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः ओम त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामी मोक्षदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः 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 श्री भगवती माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
Namo Namaskar.
May God bless you. All the poems must be collected and very nice poems there are. सुंदर कविता लिहिलेल्या आहेत. त्या सगळ्या कलेक्ट करून त्याला खाली बसवल्या पाहिजे आणि मग म्हटल्या म्हणजे बरोबर असतं आणि फार छान आहे. तसंच सराफांच्या मेहुणे आहेत त्यांनी पण फार छान कविता केलेल्या आहेत. इतर लोकांनी इतक्या सुंदर कविता केल्या त्याचं सगळ्यांनी संकलन करावं. आमल्यांच्याकडे द्यावं. आमले संकलित सगळ्यांनी आपल्या कविता संकलित करून आमल्यांच्याकडे द्यायची. अँड ऑल द also the poetry of the Western surgery must be collected by someone, maybe Gregor organizer. Please send all your poetry to Gregor in every language that you make, so that they are all put together, then we put them to some good tunes and make a good music. All right?
जगन माता श्री निर्मला देवी की जय। बोलो श्री जगन माता श्री निर्मला देवी की जय।
So if you do scroll down, even the songs, they have, somebody has translated quite a lot of the songs and everything, so you can get the various songs. As you can see, I'm transformed, please steady me. So you can actually figure out the songs and what they mean by scrolling down on this one. So this talk is Bhajans on the evening of the weddings, and that is Bawdy, India. Let's have a look. February the 8th, 1985. It has, yeah, just to give you a reference. And of course, this talk, 1977, Guru Puja, and I think the audios might be a bit more audible on these audios here rather than the video itself, because the audio was a little bit fainter than the one I heard. And that's it really. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the evening, and you know, and an insight on to the incarnation of Sri Hanuman as we have known it, well, I think we've been told. You know, I don't want to sound 100% sure, but I'm sure. So, the Moksha Slokas by Sri Samnat Ramdas. Yeah. Okay. So, enjoy the rest of your evening, and that's it. I've got to find a place where to turn off. So, wish you all the best, and over the rest of the week. And that's it. Jai Shri. Lots of love to you all, and we'll see you again some other time. Good night then. Jai Shri. Bye everyone.